the Scandinavian beauties that redefine everything you know about women. Imagine walking into a mountain cabin after hours of hiking through Norwegian wilderness, exhausted and freezing, only to discover that the sleeping arrangements involve sharing beds with complete strangers. And yes, many of them are stunningly beautiful Norwegian women. This isn't fantasy, it's reality in Norway's network of mountain huts where the tradition of communal sleeping has existed for over a century. Norwegian women possess a natural beauty that comes from Viking genetics mixed with generations of outdoor living. Tall athletic frames, blonde hair that seems to capture sunlight even in the darkest winter months, and piercing blue or green eyes that hold a directness and confidence you won't find anywhere else. But their physical appearance is just the beginning. These are women who hike alone through Arctic wilderness, captain fishing boats, run corporations, and approach life with an independence that both intimidates and fascinates. What you're about to discover about Norway will shatter every preconception you've ever held. The edge of the world where land meets legend. Norway stretches along the western edge of the Scandinavian peninsula, covering 385,207 square kilometers of the most dramatic landscape in Europe. The country extends an incredible 1,752 kilometers from south to north, yet at its narrowest point it's only 6.3 kilometers wide. Look at a map and you'll see why Norway appears like a jagged sword cutting through the North Atlantic. It shares borders with Sweden to the east, Finland to the northeast, and Russia at the very northern tip. Norway also controls the Svalbard archipelago, sitting just 1,050 kilometers from the North Pole. The coastline, if you include all the fjords and islands, stretches over 100,915 kilometers, longer than the Earth's circumference at the equator. This absurd geography creates a nation where the ocean dominates everything, where mountains rise directly from the sea, and where nature maintains absolute authority over human ambition. Fjords that carved Norway's soul. The Norwegian fjords represent some of the most spectacular natural formations on the planet. These deep water channels, carved by glaciers over millions of years, penetrate far inland, creating landscapes so dramatic they appear computer-generated. Geirangerfjord and Narrowifjord, both UNESCO World Heritage Sites, feature waterfalls cascading down sheer cliff faces that rise over 1,400 meters straight from the water. The Sonefjord, Norway's longest and deepest fjord, extends 205 kilometers inland and reaches depths of 1,308 meters below sea level. Standing at the edge of these fjords creates a sensation of insignificance that's both terrifying and exhilarating. Cruise ships navigate these narrow passages, dwarfed by the surrounding cliffs. The fjord regions contain some of Norway's most famous attractions, including the Trolltunga rock formation, a horizontal cliff jutting out 700 meters above Lake Ringedalsvatnet, where tourists risk their lives for the perfect photograph. Cities built for survival and beauty. Oslo, the capital, sits at the head of the Oslofjord, surrounded by forests and mountains that come right up to the city limits. With just 700,000 inhabitants, it's one of Europe's smallest capitals, yet it punches above its weight in culture and innovation. The Oslo Opera House, designed to look like a glacier rising from the water, allows visitors to walk on its roof directly from street level. Bergen, Norway's second city and gateway to the fjords, features the famous Bryggen Wharf, a UNESCO site with colorful wooden buildings that have stood since the 1300s. Bergen receives rain 239 days per year, creating a misty atmosphere that gives the city its romantic character. Tromsø, located 350 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle, calls itself the Paris of the North, featuring universities and Arctic research centers. In summer, the midnight sun never sets. In winter, the northern lights dance across the sky for weeks on end. The mountain hut tradition that shocks outsiders. Now here's where we address that intriguing detail about bed sharing. The Norwegian Trekking Association maintains over 550 mountain huts across Norway's wilderness. Many of these huts offer dormitory-style sleeping arrangements where travelers sleep side by side in large communal beds or share small rooms with complete strangers. This isn't about romance or anything inappropriate. It's about practical survival in a harsh environment and a cultural approach to personal space that differs radically from most societies. Norwegians grow up with this tradition, learning from childhood that sharing sleeping spaces during mountain hikes is completely normal and non-sexual. For foreign visitors, especially men, the experience of lying in a sleeping bag next to a beautiful Norwegian woman you've just met on the trail creates a surreal situation that exists nowhere else. The huts cost between $40 to $80 or 37 to 74 euros per night depending on facilities. The etiquette is strict. Respect everyone's privacy, keep noise minimal, and never make anyone uncomfortable. Women who embody true equality. Norwegian women consistently rank among the most empowered in the world. Norway pioneered gender equality legislation that requires corporate boards to have at least 40% female representation. Women serve in combat roles in the military. The country has had female prime ministers. But here's what statistics don't capture. Norwegian women possess a self-sufficiency that comes from being raised in a culture that never told them they couldn't do anything. They ski, climb, sail, and navigate wilderness as competently as any man. They're direct in communication, splitting bills on dates is standard, and they initiate relationships as often as men do. This creates a dynamic that foreign men find both refreshing and challenging. Norwegian women won't play games, won't tolerate disrespect, and won't compromise their independence for anyone. The economics of oil and equality. Norway discovered massive oil reserves in the North Sea in 1969, transforming from one of Europe's poorest countries to one of its wealthiest in a single generation. The government pension fund now holds over $1.4 trillion or 1.3 trillion euros, making it the world's largest sovereign wealth fund. Yet prices reflect this wealth. A beer costs $10 to $15 or 9 to 14 euros. A basic restaurant meal runs $25 to $40 or 23 to 37 euros. A hotel room in Oslo averages $150 to $300 or 138 to 276 euros per night. Despite these costs, quality of life remains exceptional. Healthcare is essentially free. Education through university costs nothing. Income inequality is among the lowest globally. This economic model creates a society where money doesn't determine worth, where janitors and CEOs treat each other as equals. Traditions that survived modernization. Despite being one of the world's most advanced societies, Norway maintains traditions that connect directly to its Viking past. The celebration of midsummer involves massive bonfires on beaches and mountains. Christmas traditions include eating lutefisk, cod preserved in lye that most foreigners find horrifying but Norwegians consider essential. Bunad, traditional folk costumes that cost thousands of dollars or euros, are worn regularly for weddings and national holidays. The tradition of friluftsliv, literally open-air living, means Norwegians spend massive amounts of time outdoors regardless of weather. They have a saying that there's no bad weather, only bad clothing. Nature that commands respect and awe. Norway's wilderness kills people every year who underestimate its power. Weather changes in minutes. Trails disappear in fog. Yet this danger is part of the appeal. Hiking to Preikestolen, Pulpit Rock, involves standing on a flat cliff face 604 meters above the Lysefjord with no railings or safety barriers. Kjergbolten, a boulder wedged in a mountain crevasse over 1,000 meters above the fjord below, attracts thrill-seekers who stand on it for photographs. The Lofoten Islands combine Caribbean-like beaches with alpine peaks, creating scenery so improbable it seems photoshopped. Arctic wildlife includes polar bears on Svalbard. Whales and orcas populate the coastal waters. The future written in northern lights. So we've journeyed through this extraordinary nation, from its stunning women and their refreshing directness to its impossible geography, from its mountain hut traditions to its perfect balance of nature and modernity. We've discovered why Norway consistently ranks as one of the happiest, most equal, and most beautiful countries on Earth. The bed-sharing tradition reveals something deeper about Norwegian culture. A pragmatic approach to survival and a society that trusts its members to behave appropriately. Now we want to hear from you. Drop a comment telling us which city or country you're watching from and whether you'd brave the Norwegian wilderness and its communal sleeping arrangements. Hit that hype button right now and smash the like button because every click helps our channel grow and bring you more incredible content like this. Absolutely free. We're truly grateful you're here with us. Before you go, Click one of the suggested videos appearing on your screen to explore more fascinating destinations. Until next time, keep seeking the extraordinary.